up, everybody? How's it going? Thanks for tuning in today. My name is Sky. This is Sunshine FC. We're here for a live match preview. I normally do these recorded, but I have a special guest today, and I'm really excited. So before we get into that, be sure to like and subscribe not only to my channel, but to our guest Rob's channel. His title is, the link to his channel is in the title, so you can just click that, head right over there, and sub to him. I'm really excited about this, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat already. Big up. Before we get into the introduction, just a quick, information on how these match previews work. So we're going to go over 3 important points. So the first thing is I want us to share 3 keys to victory for either side. So Rob will share his for Liverpool. I'll share mine for United. We'll talk about predicted starting 11s, and then we'll give a score prediction. Obviously, on top of that, we'll have a general conversation, but it should be great. It should be great. So before we get into this, all right, I got my guest. I'm ready to talk to some football with him. Really excited to have him on the channel. So everyone, please, please, please show some love to Rob. You're muted.
Yes,
there we go. Doing well. How are you? Thanks for joining.
Yeah, look, thank you for having me on anyway. And
yes.
Hello to the chat anyway. Nice to see you.
Yes. Before we get into the preview, I wanted to ask you like a fun question. All right. So what is your favorite food? And then if you could briefly tell us how you became a Liverpool fan.
Favorite food? Chicken.
Chicken. Okay.
No,
like fried, chicken. Grilled, baked. What kind
fried.
of chicken?
I'd say fried.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Just had the chicken.
Awesome.
Then, actually.
There you go. And then how did you become a Liverpool fan? Family?
Yeah, family. So my dad took me to a game when I was 6. We went to Anfield. We sat in the Anfield Road end, and we played Portsmouth at home, if I remember right. And it was a 0-0 draw. And I was 6 years of age, so yeah, it was fun.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that. And again, big up to everybody in the chat. We had Adam here. We had Doug, the Dugout Football Channel, new subscriber, Liverpool fan. Let's hope for a cracker tomorrow. We'll talk about it. Warrior says, yo. Renee, of course, City 3-1. Thank you for that information nobody asked for. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Rice got sent off. That was crazy. Thanks, Rob. Be sure to, this is his channel right here, so you can click that to subscribe. Yes, big up. Let's go. Jamaican youth here. Luke is here. We got a Scouser in the house. Yep. And then Soap, hi. Big up, Sunshine and Rob. Please subscribe. Thank you so much, girl. So, starting this off, okay? I'm going to kind of put you on the spot first. If you're not ready, I can go first. 3 things you think Liverpool need to do to win this game. What do you think?
Be clinical and not wasteful. So what comes to mind is that game last season, not just the one in the league, the 2-2 at Old Trafford, also the one in the FA Cup that we lost 4-3. The amount of chances that we had that game and just wasted was unforgivable. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think those missed opportunities helped us for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Secondly, I'd say probably be wary of your pace up top. Rashford and Garnacho, we're going to get him behind tomorrow. We struggled with that last season. We're going to struggle again tomorrow if we don't shore up. So I'd be wary of the pace that you've got up top, definitely, because you have got some fast attackers. And lastly, just play to our strengths. Play to our strengths to the max.
Okay.
That's what I'd say.
And with your new manager, do you feel like your strengths have changed since last year, or are they pretty much the same?
I feel like it's only 2 games in, so I haven't really gathered enough yet to see, but we look a little bit more organised. We're not as erratic as what we were under Klopp. Starting games off relentlessly, leaving loads of spaces in behind. I think we look a bit more structured now. But it's only 2 games in. It could all go, flames up tomorrow. So
I think that's the interesting thing with these matches between our two clubs is it's funny because last year I didn't feel confident going into either competition. And we never ended up with a loss, crazy enough, And even this year, I'm a little bit more confident than last year, but like anything could happen, honestly, We could get absolutely destroyed. What'd you say?
Yeah. With these type of games, like it doesn't matter how good we are and how bad you are. It doesn't matter. Form goes out the window. it can go either way tomorrow. It doesn't matter. It's like people were saying last season when we played you at Anfield and we drew 0-0. Everyone was going, oh, not everyone, but a minority were going, we're going to beat these 7-0. Oh, we're going to smash them 4-0, 5-0. We own Man United. We drew 0-0 and didn't even quite score in all game. The reality, anyway.
No.
So, I'm not confident personally, but we'll see what happens.
I completely agree. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into what I think Man United should do. Just going to do this really quickly here. I usually have these little graphics here. So what I think that United need to do, if they do these three things well, I think we could be okay. First thing is we have to score the goals. Okay. My biggest concern with Man United this year is we don't finish well. I think we have improved on our creativity and our link-up play. We've had opportunities to score this year. We just don't finish.
Yeah.
And so for me, that's going to be huge. If we don't capitalize on those opportunities that Liverpool could give us, it's going to be a long afternoon. Second thing is to contain your attack. So I went to the preseason match in America, and watching Mo Salah.
Have you got the memes though? The meme where you sat there, just stood there, and it's raining.
No.
I'm keeping that. I'm using that for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, everyone uses that now, but watching Mo Salah come down that attack on that wing in person, it's not fun. It's not fun to be on the opposing side of. And so I think if we cannot keep that under control, it's going to be a long match for us again as well. But you were able to actually finish during that preseason match, so I think if you had that same result tomorrow, I'm not going to be excited.
Yeah. Just double up on Salah.
What was that?
We'll be fine. Get 2 men to mark him. Get double.
Yeah.
Up on Salah. We'll be fine.
Yeah. And then again, substitutions. I talk about this a lot almost every match because I feel like it's something that's important, especially for Erik ten Hag to get correctly. And I think if he sometimes the decisions he makes when it comes to bringing on personnel or even who he starts is questionable. This is going to sound terrible, but I'm thankful Mason Mount cannot play because that means we won't have him and Bruno on the pitch together. I just don't think that's good. Cohesively, they don't play well together. And so I'm hoping that we can move Bruno to the midfield and have Xerxes start. So that's my 2 cents there on that.
He's just got another injury, hasn't he, Mason Mount? How long's he out
Yeah,
for?
he did. Oh gosh, he's out for I don't even know. I think it was after international break. So, yeah.
They say that, don't they? Say after the international break, and then it turns out to be longer. So,
right.
I mean,
and that's what they said about Højlund as well. So, I'm not really sure how that's gonna go.
I think we're okay for
Yeah.
injuries at the minute. I'd say. I think we're okay for injuries.
Are you worried at all about Jota? What did you say?
Yes, I am. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's literally a challenge to keep that man fit for the whole season. It always is. The ultimate challenge to keep Jota fit for the whole season. It ain't happening. Same with Konate as well.
Right. All right. And then I'm not sure if this I wanted to do a all right, so we're gonna get into your starting 11 here. I'm just not sure if this is the right formation that you guys are gonna have. Oh, we can change it there. Okay, great. So let's get into what you think it's gonna be. So I have this here. So you're just gonna walk me. I can't spell. All right, what formation does Slot usually have?
It's kind
do
of
you
a 4-2-3.
Or what do you think?
Kind of a 4-2-3-1, I'd say. So I'd do 4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and fill this out. So obviously goalie, right?
Alisson, yeah.
Yeah. Internet's a little slow. What? Did I spell it wrong? There we go.
It's 1-0. Yeah.
All right.
Right, it'll definitely be Trent at right back. 100%.
Yeah. What?
Is that not working?
Okay, got it.
There you go.
Right
Just
back.
X off it. You'll be fine.
I know.
Trent
Goodness, it
Alexander-Arnold.
was
Yeah.
right back.
Yeah, Trent
Yep.
all day.
Trent, how are you feeling about his attitude recently? Did that bother you at all, or are you not worried about it?
No, I think he's going personally. I think he's going to reunite with his best friend, Jude Bellingham, at Real Madrid, and he's going to live
Oh,
happily ever
yeah.
after. That's the only outcome I see coming of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about it, but I mean, your best players, this could potentially be their last season. Like,
This window's been a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, 2 out of 10 for you.
At best.
That's
At
fair.
best. That's because we
Yeah.
signed 2 players. Literally. No
Yeah.
contracts for our biggest players, Van Dijk, Salah, Trent, all have 1 year left. They're all going to go. They're not going to get the
Yeah.
contract, I don't feel. Also, we haven't signed a number 6. We've needed to recruit that position for 3 years now. We haven't signed a left back either because Robertson's gradually slowing down. And we haven't got a centre back as well because we've only got Van Dijk, Quansah, Kanate, who can't stay fit, and Gomez as well. So not enough. If we're playing in the Champions League, which is 8 games now this season in this little league phase, goes right the way through till January. If you don't finish in the top 6 or top 8 or whatever, you're then playing another 2 games to qualify for the round of 16.
Right.
FA Cup replays as well, maybe. There's loads of games, and you need a big squad, and we haven't got it.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most frustrating thing between you and Arsenal fans, right? It seems like your ownership kind of isn't taking things as seriously as they should, because you guys are the closest ones to have an opportunity to take Man City off the top.
Yeah.
And these key transfers during the summer and even potentially in January can make a huge difference,
Yeah. Yet again, we're going to be the nearly team. The nearly team to City.
Yeah. So what do you have finishing off this back line here?
Yeah, Kanate, Van Dijk, and Robertson.
All right. Kanate. Let's see if it comes up like that. Nope.
Big up Omar, AJ. Good lads.
Big up everybody. And then you said Robertson,
yeah.
Robertson,
yeah. Andy Robbo.
There he is.
He needs to be on his game tomorrow. Robertson has to be on his game.
Yeah. Yep, he does. All right, midfield, kind of.
Okay, just want to have Gravenberch and McAllister as the 2 there.
These 2 right here?
Yeah. So obviously he's going to probably play Gravenberch a bit further back and then push McAllister further forward. That's what I feel.
Okay.
Alexis McAllister.
This is testing my spelling.
MAC.
There we go. Oh.
Alistair.
There we go.
There he is.
And then here?
I say Sabatai.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about him? I'm not even going to know how to spell that. S-O-B or S-O-L?
S-Z, I think. O-B.
Oh.
Strange name, I know.
Okay. I know it's going to hit or miss for Liverpool fans. So.
The first half of last season, he was good. He scored a few worldies, and then some of the Liverpool fans are like, oh, it's the Hungarian Gerrard. Watch out for this guy. Then second half of last season completely disappeared. Had a little injury. All right, fair enough. That's okay. But then he just disappeared. He went MIA in all the big games.
Yeah.
He never stepped up. He didn't look like he had that fight, that dog in him. Do you know what I mean? In the games that mattered, i.e. Manchester United away, Everton away, Goodison Park. One of his worst games I've seen him play by a mile.
Yeah.
So he has to step up this season, otherwise he's going to get dropped.
Yeah. I would argue that Gravenberch is kind of in that same position, but I think he started well this year also.
He's been playing a more defensive this year. But that's going to be the excuse not to buy a number 6 if he plays well. Promise.
Yeah.
I promise everyone. Literally.
I don't think that's a good enough excuse. I think you could do better personally.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We know this.
All right.
The top Reds will disagree.
Yeah. Mo Salah.
Yeah, Mo Salah and Diaz on the other side.
How are you feeling about the finishing capability of, Diaz and
Poor.
Nunez? Yeah.
It needs to fix up this season. We've
And then
seen plenty
Nunez
of
up here?
times. No, Jota.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Jota, definitely. Nunez is like, I'm gonna be honest. Nunez, where does he rank in terms of like Liverpool's attack line now? Because I don't think Slot
Yeah.
favours him personally. He doesn't know the offside rule. He can't hit a bottom
Yeah.
goal. His
Yeah,
finishing's
no.
really bad. I think with
Yeah.
Diaz, it's just his decision making in the final third. He either holds onto the ball for too long, he makes the wrong decision, or he just
Mm-hmm.
misses a sitter, like the Ipswich one the other week where he just
Yes.
kicked it over the bar.
Yes. I think that's so frustrating too, because Rashford has kind of been the same way. He's been offsides a lot the past couple of matches as well. And it's just frustrating to see, that, your players can't really read the game as well as they should.
Yeah, like professional footballers getting paid £100,000
Right.
and we can't get a shot on target from like 6 yards out. Makes
Right.
no sense. It never will.
Right. So this is the predicted starting 11 from Rob. Be sure in the chat to let us know what you guys think of this. I think this is solid. And again, like for me, I think defensively, I think I'm okay with us matching up with you guys. I'm really confident in our defense, especially with the transfers that we've had. But it's our attack that I'm never going to be confident in. And I don't think in any match. We could barely score against Fulham and Brighton. So we'll see. But I think that's good. How would you feel about this going against Manchester United tomorrow? You feeling confident?
That's the best team I choose, definitely, from who's available.
Yeah.
But yeah, am I confident? I never am at Old Trafford. Never.
Yeah.
Never. It doesn't matter how bad you are, how good we are. You're going to give
Yeah.
us a game. You're going to be up for it just because it's
Yep.
Liverpool coming to town.
Absolutely. Okay, let me get into the lineup that I think should happen. Okay. So obviously I have Onana in goal. Okay. And then I have Mazraoui. I actually don't think Maguire starts. He's started Maguire the past 2 games. I hope he starts De Ligt instead and has Martinez with him.
Why Maguire?
I don't know. He started. I mean, to be fair, Maguire did play really well against Fulham. He didn't have as good of a match against Brighton. I think our back line looked really bad. I mean, our man marking was non-existent.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he starts to lit with Martinez, and then we have Dallo. Again, Dallo's playing out of position, but he's been doing okay with letting Mazraoui play there. And I feel confident with this back line and your attack. If we have a lack of like brain and we do the same thing we did against Brighton, it could be a long day, but I'm going to go with that. Midfield, I got Casemiro, Bruno, and Mainu. We'll see how it goes. Ugarte signed too late, so he can't play in this match, unfortunately. So, and then of course we have the Mount injury. So I'm thinking that this is the 3 that we're going to have here in the midfield, and then we bring Xerxes up with Ahmad and Rashford. I don't want Rashford to start. I prefer Garnacho, but I just know Erik ten Hag.
Rashford likes this game though, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean he does, but I'm just not confident in his ability right now, which sucks. It sucks. But these 2, I'm very confident again, especially because, obviously what happened in the FA Cup. Garnacho came in and did pretty well against you guys as well. And then I think Xerxes, he's just excited. And I've really liked what I've seen from him. So if we can get these 2 to kind of do something, maybe that'll help Rashford. But again, it's also just our midfield is not the lack of control that we have.
Yeah.
Scares me as well. So we'll see what happens.
I'd say Ahmad is probably your best attacker as well at the minute.
Ahmad,
he's the only one
absolutely.
that has a go. Yeah, he looks quite good, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does.
And, I'd be great, kind of similar to you. I know they're not in the same positions, kind of, but if I don't see Anthony on the pitch at all, I'll be A-okay. And I'm sure that's the same you feel about Nunez sometimes, but
Anthony, Jesus Christ, how much did you pay for him again?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it. It hurts. We got absolutely robbed.
He was meant to go on loan to Real Betis, wasn't he, on deadline day? I don't know if I read that right or whatever. I think I seen it online. It was meant to be going out on loan. Like, Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
What went wrong?
I know. I would agree with this. I think we are definitely Moments FC for sure. It would be nice to put 2 cohesive halves together. And I think that to me is what's a little bit daunting about this match is if you guys come out and throw the punch first, our team doesn't, they hang their heads And so if you come out, you score early, you kind of bully us at Old Trafford first. Not saying that's going to happen, but if it did, yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened last season when we started off
Mm-hmm.
well, scored the first goal, and then Bruno
Yeah.
scored from the halfway line. Oh my
I
god.
know that was
But it was
crazy.
one of them. We had loads of chances before that goal went in, and then obviously when that goal goes in, momentum switched. Then Mainu then scores a worldie, and then Jesus Christ, we look like we're going to lose.
I
Same
know.
thing. I wouldn't be surprised if the same type of thing happens tomorrow.
I know. We'll see. So based off of the things we've talked about, what do you think the score prediction is going to be for you?
United won. Liverpool won.
Really? A draw?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
1-1. Yeah. Draw all over.
Okay. And be sure in the chat to let us know your predictions as well. Why are you feeling a draw? I kind of rate that.
That's just. I'm just not confident playing there ever. Even though we did win 5-0, but that was a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's one of them games where like we can be so good form wise, you can be so bad, and then it just won't matter. Like you can't just judge this game of what like the team's current form is. It goes out the window. It's a whole different like kettle of fish that we're dealing with now. So I think honestly, it's going to be a 1-1. I think.
Yeah, 1-1.
I
Okay.
hope I'm wrong, and
Right.
I hope Jamaican youth is right. Do you know what I mean?
That's a Chelsea fan, so questionable.
Oh,
but it's funny because I actually have a 2-1 loss for us. I think you guys will win.
Right.
Again, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. I'm going into this a little bit more pessimistic, maybe, which might not be the smartest thing. But like you said, I think these matches are always such a toss-up.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping we don't have something crazy like a 7-0 or a 5-0. Like, I just don't want that.
No,
but
I
maybe
don't
it'd
see
be
it.
better for us because, that means Eric Ten Hag could leave earlier.
Do you want him gone?
I do. Yeah. I do.
He's got a very strange head shape, hasn't he? Have you seen him when like you can see the goal and the camera pans to him and he's like, stood there like that, and then you can just see his head shape.
I know. So we have 2-1 United, 4-0 to the Pool. We got 2 4-0s here. 3-1 Liverpool. You think Liverpool have too much in attack? I get that. What is this name? I'm so go back to Arsenal, you fraud. That's hilarious. Who did you guys play last Sunday? I forget.
Brentford.
Oh, okay.
Brentford.
Gotcha.
First half wasn't great. Second half was better.
Yeah. And Ipswich scored on you guys early, I think, in your opener, right? But then you kind of took over the match in the second half. If I remember correctly.
They dominated the first half. They didn't score, but they got close to scoring a few times. And then obviously we had to sort it all out at half time. And then second half, we come out a completely different team.
Yeah.
So, fair play to Ipswich. I give them their dues. When we watched it, I said, fair play to them. They've done well, but obviously we overtook.
Absolutely. And then he said, I got a feeling this manager is going to play Bruno on the right, Rashford up front. Oh, what? No. That would be terrible. He's done it before. He has done it before, yes. Yeah.
He's been playing him as striker, hasn't he?
Well, as a false 9, yeah.
Oh dear.
So when Mainu was not injured, that's what he was doing. He had Ahmad on the left, Rashford on the right, Bruno in the false 9 with Mount in the middle. So
wow.
And it didn't work well, in my opinion.
No.
But...
I watched the first 2 games. I thought the Fulham one. If Fulham had a bit more firepower up top, they would have scored a couple of goals that game. And I just think you look the same as last year. I think in order for you to progress as a club and just get where you need to get to, your structure behind the scenes is spot on now. Ineos, they are cooking. Ten Hag on the other hand will not. He's too naive.
Right.
I'd get rid personally.
Right. But, I agree. I think for me, I get a lot of flack on the internet because I'm not as confident in the manager. I just don't think, no matter what Ineos could do, I mean, I honestly believe they could bring in like Vinny Jr. and, like some of the best players in the world, and Eric Ten Hag still wouldn't know what to do with him. So I just definitely want somebody else running the on the pitch operations.
And he seems to fall with a lot of players as well, doesn't he?
What'd you say?
he seems to fall out with a lot of the players as well.
Yeah, he does.
The Ronaldo
Yeah.
situation, Jadon Sancho situation.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple.
I would argue even Varane he fell out with as well. I just don't think that they meshed.
You should have kept.
And then,
would you have kept Varane though? Because I think you should have.
I mean, yes,
And got
because
rid
of
of
the
Johnny Evans
experience.
or Maguire.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think if we would have got rid of Johnny Evans or Maguire, kept Varane, and then we have Euro, and then I just don't know if we could have gotten De Ligt and Mazraoui. Maybe we could have gotten them both, but I just think having him even on the bench, not necessarily starting, would have been huge. You cannot put a price on that experience. But I don't know if you saw, he's out for the season. I think
He's out for
Varane
the
is out for the
season.
season. I think that's
Is
what I
he?
saw, if I'm not mistaken. Today they said he was out. So
He's only 31 as well.
yeah.
31 years of age still. That's not.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
old.
chat, but I'm pretty sure I saw that today on Twitter. So.
Oh dear. Well, we don't like to see that, don't we? Injuries. No. Don't like that. No, you should.
But I mean,
should have kept him.
Go ahead.
I would have.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thinking of your transfer window, I mean, you guys had a goalkeeper, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That we sent back out on loan.
Okay. And then the newest one you just had, where is he? I don't know what position he is.
Chiesa, right winger.
Yeah.
From Juventus.
Okay. And that's it.
Italian. That's it. We signed a young lad from Chelsea as well. A couple months ago, but you know what I mean?
Okay.
He's in the youth team.
Yeah. And my thing is, like, that to me, you have a new manager coming in after Klopp, which is already a huge kind of, huge shoes to fill, right? Not saying, I mean, Klopp is like legendary for you guys.
Yeah.
And I just feel like they didn't set him up for success. I don't think that's fair to Arne Slot. And then he's expected to come in and kind of compete for a title. You're not renewing contracts. I'm like, as a Liverpool fan, I'd be upset, and you can speak on this because it felt like, what are your guys' plans for the future?
I think it's a sinking ship, the club at the minute. If FSG is still in charge, as long as they are in charge, this club is sinking massively.
Mm-hmm.
And Klopp jumped ship before it got worse.
Yeah.
No one can tell me the reason why he left was not because of them owners. The hierarchy, it was 100%. You could tell he was drained by just working on shoestring budgets every year.
Right. And I think, honestly, the fact that you have, I mean, I can understand why he did run out of energy, like you said. And I think the reason why you had the really good, because if you guys have talent on your team, I think it's because of Klopp,
Yeah. He gets an extra 5-10% out of the players.
Yeah.
He pushes that out of them. Do you know what I mean? But it's a shame, but I'm happy with Slot though at the minute.
Yeah.
I think he commands a lot of respect.
Yeah.
I don't think he's too like this is not a diss to Klopp or whatever. I love Klopp. I think he's boss. He's a great legend for the club. But one of his flaws might have been was maybe he was a bit too close to the players, so they kind of seen him like more trying to get on with them as a friend more, and not seeing him as like, this is the main man, this is the boss. With Slot on the other hand, I think like obviously he's the gaffer, he's commanding it more. I don't think the players aren't going to be as close with him, if that makes sense. So like obviously as a manager, you want like the players to be like, oh wow, like this is the boss, like don't cross him. That's just my opinion anyway on that.
Right. I mean, I think you saw that with Trent, and that's why to me I kind of liked what I saw. For me, I always want my manager to like show that he has control over what he's trying to do and his style. And Trent is your golden boy. He's been there. He's kind of like somewhat a face of the club, right? And I just kind of respect the fact that he's trying to put his system into place and be like, hey, like I know you're Trent, but like I'm trying to get the job done.
Yeah, no player is ever bigger than the club. Like whether that's Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, no player is ever bigger than the club. And as soon as they think they are and they get that mentality, out you go straight away. Yeah, 100%.
And again, I think there's a way to do it, and I think that's where Ten Hag has an issue, because he said he was going to do those things, but then I think he completely lost the locker room. And with everything that happened with Ronaldo and all of that, I don't think he comes across with respect from what we've seen to the players.
Yeah.
I just don't think they respect him. And when your respect's gone in that kind of environment with players who have really high egos, it's hard to get back from that.
100%, yeah. And you can tell when a team's like not in with the manager anymore because the team's just all over the place on the pitch defensively.
Right.
Like last season, like you finished eighth, I think it was, and you had a negative goal difference. Now for Man United, that is not good enough. That is disgraceful. I know you won a cup, which fair enough, well done. But like, should you ever finish eighth in the league with a negative goal difference with the money that you spend and the players that you have? Never.
No.
Never. If
No.
we did
Yeah.
that, oh my God, Jesus Christ, I would lose my mind massively. Rants every single day on my channel.
Yeah.
Literally.
But it's funny because the those of us who were speaking out on it, because our stats, if you look at them last season, were relegation level. Like they were that bad.
Yeah.
And we had the worst finish ever in Premier League history for our club at 8th place. And the main excuse we were hearing from other United fans was, well, his injuries and he didn't have the players he wanted and all of these things. And it's like, yes, you take that in consideration, but other teams had injuries. We weren't the only one that was suffering with that. And it's not just that. And so I'm hoping that they can see, okay, now Erik ten Hag has his so-called players, right, that he says he needed.
Yeah.
Will he be able to get these players to do what he wants? And I don't think that he will.
No, I don't think he will either. I don't think he commands the respect of the players.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my opinion. I don't think
Yeah.
like half of them just don't listen to him. You know what I mean? I think they just kind of do their own thing on the pitch.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, you've got a good group of players, but yeah.
Anything holding Liverpool from destroying world football is ourselves, FSG. Yeah, I mean, I think it's FSG really. Like, yeah. They seem very like tight with their funds. I don't understand why they are so hesitant to spend money. It's so bizarre because you guys make a lot of money,
100%. They bought Chiesa because he was cheap.
Yeah.
And decided to like sugarcoat that as a good transfer window. We didn't even need an attacker. We didn't even need one. We didn't even need a goalkeeper. Why? Do you know what I mean? Why? Are they planning on letting Alisson go next year? Because if they do, oh my God, nah, that can't happen. That cannot happen. Van Dijk can't go. Salah can't go. Trent can't go. They still got a couple of years left in them at least.
Yeah.
Well, Trent has obviously got loads. Salah, a couple. Van Dijk, a couple, because he is 32 or 33. So.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, I feel like do you think they're going to stay, though?
No. Sinking ship, isn't it? That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think the club's a sinking ship. I think Salah's going to go to Saudi, which fair enough, go and earn your money. You've done it. Do you know what I mean? You've won everything that you needed to win. Just finish your career off in Saudi, earn as much money as you can. Set your families up, whatever. Van Dijk as well. I have no idea where he's going to end up. But I think he'll go as well. It's just the way they're speaking as well. When they're having these interviews, they're like, oh, well, we'll see what happens. I'm not too sure. Speaking like that's not convincing to me at all.
Yeah.
And Trent as well. There's just complete silence on that situation. So,
yeah.
Look a bit bleak.
This says there's a side of our fan base called Top Reds who back FSG, whatever they do. And that's interesting because I've never seen that. Most of the Liverpool fans I talk to do not like your owners. Have you experienced that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Literally, I've seen a few of them online. Oh, look what they've done to the stadium. They've expanded our stadium. Okay. Oh, well done, mate. Who cares? Like, I want signings. I want players. I want to win. I don't care about the stadium getting bigger. All right, it's nice. It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But is that going to win me anything? Probably not. It hasn't. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you have nice stadium. I mean, we don't have any of that, so. Thanks for subbing to Rob. Please do. Please do.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Alicia.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it.
I haven't heard much of Tom Little, but like I've seen him on Hassam's channel, but that's pretty much it. I don't think he's a top red though. I could be wrong though. Not back in Henry.
My guy.
Yes.
Your chat's amazing.
I would say I don't think that's a bit much. I think he's seeing it as like what's coming. Like it's like he's on the Titanic, right? And he sees the iceberg that's coming, whereas that could be the sinking ship aspect.
Yeah, it's got potential to be a lot worse.
Yeah.
You can see what's coming. Like if he lets like these three players go, Sid, if he lets Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent go just for free if they let him go. That's not a
Yeah.
great start. It's not at
Yeah.
all. And Allison, I'm not sure how long he's got left on his contract as well. But don't be
Mm-hmm.
surprised if they don't want to, extend this as well. Like, these are top
Right.
class players that you need to keep at your club that have served you so
Yeah.
well for so many years.
Mhm.
That's what that was the context I meant with the sinking ship. Obviously, if they tie them down to new contracts, which is unlikely, then it's looking positive again. But we still need a number 6 in this team, man. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. This has been talked about, but I think Rob did mention, I think Salah said something about he's just focusing on football, which,
Yeah.
I mean, like he said, I think that's just so vague.
Yeah.
He could be like having a great year because he knows he's gone. Like he's just enjoying his last year at Liverpool,
Yeah, I think he's gone. I think they all are.
3 years Allison has left. So wrapping this up a bit, do you have like a favorite United Liverpool match that you watched that you just like had? Was it the 7-0?
You know which one it is already. You knew already. There's obviously
What was that like for you?
And the 7-0.
Yeah.
You know what? We weren't expecting it at all because we were having a terrible season. I think we were like 9th or 8th or something. You guys were up in 3rd or 4th. You were confident, went into it all right. And then we were only 1-0 up at half time, And then the second half, I don't know what Ten Hag said to your players yet, but make sure he never says that again because that was a horrendous second half.
Yeah, I speechless, absolutely speechless from United. Yeah,
major freak result it was because we were so bad. Yeah, at the time. Then we lost the Bournemouth a week after 1-0.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's why these rivalry games are a little bit fun because you just never know. It could go either way for either team,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. For me, I think most recently it's the FA Cup match just because I personally called Amad Diallo the clock killer because, he ruined that quadruple.
Yeah, after that game, it went downhill in every competition.
Yeah. And so...
Oh, my God. No,
yeah. Since FSG took over, FSG out became the first movement was Fenway we come, not to pay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just interesting. We have something similar in the Glazers, so I completely understand the sentiment behind that. So makes sense. But thanks so much. Thanks so much for joining. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys all for joining us in the chat. Can you let the people know, like, are you going to do a watch along, what you got coming up on your channel, all of that stuff?
Yeah, there'll be watch alongs coming up as for tomorrow. I'm not too sure yet. Things may change, but I've done 3 today, obviously. I've done 8 last week, 8 the week before. But if I don't do any tomorrow after the international break, we're straight back on it. And I'll be doing more streams while the international breaks on as well for like lower leagues, like League 1, League 2 or whatever, because they still play. Just any excuse to watch football really and stream it. But yeah, just stay tuned. Just stay tuned and see what comes up. But yeah, there'll be uploads definitely. But thank you for having me on anyway.
Of course. And for those of you that are watching now or watching back, his link to his channel's in the title. It'll also be in the description, so be sure to click on that and subscribe. All right, support him. He like he said, he did a lot of watch alongs today. So if you're ever just looking for some watch alongs, turn into Rob's channel, and we'll see how tomorrow goes. I can't do a watch along. I have church, but I will be doing a live match review. So be sure to tune into that. Really, really interested to see how the game will go. So
we'll both be putting our match reactions up tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's a given, definitely. I might be back for the Real Madrid game as well, maybe.
Oh yes. Same. Barcelona ended up winning 7-0 today. So
I was on Omar's stream before. That he's a happy man today, Omar.
Yeah,
I'm happy for him.
I'm sure he was.
Listen, chat anyway. Thank you for coming in. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
And thank you for having me on as well.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you guys again for joining. Thank you, chat. And yeah, we're gonna head out. Us Reds, we're gonna see how it goes tomorrow. Hopefully, we get a United win. Liverpool lost, but we'll see how it goes.
Up the Reds, come on, let's have it.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye.